Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is 4:05. It is this week in Robot Combat. Welcome to the show once again. Thank you all for joining me. Hope you've all had a wonderful week. It's been quite an exciting week, really, for many different reasons. I mean, got, the field revealed, maybe. Oh, very exciting. Very, very exciting indeed. Obviously, the US has a new president on the way in, so all very exciting things happening. I've got a lot of glare coming off the laptop screen and shining in my glasses, so you'll just have to look at me and think, I wonder if he's looking at a computer screen. The answer is yes, I am. Yes, I hope you're all well. It's 10 a.m. where Mike is. I'm hoping it's 10:05. Suspicious. His real name is Jevon. Shock horror, of course. Yes, it's probably not a secret. Yeah, welcome to the show. We got a little bit of news. Obviously, Friday I put out the field revealed video. Managed to muck up a bit of it, so we're going to fix that in today's show. And yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Plenty to talk about, and make sure that you're staying tuned for all of the juicy gossip. I mean, you've probably already heard it all because you all lovely people follow the Facebook page where you can find links to all of this week's news, and you knew it was coming at some point or other. It's my new catchphrase. Without further ado, we're going to jump straight into the news. And oh look, it's last week's video. Go and check that out, please. Cheeky little plug. Aha. Discuss lots of things, including the fact that the field was on the way this week. It arrived, and we will get onto that shortly. Shortly after last week's news, we found this picture, which is a crate showing that RoboGym, which is a team who compete with smaller weight class robots, had a robot at BattleBots called Deadlift. Now, supporters knew about Deadlift, obviously, because of the supporter previews, and now we know for definite that Deadlift definitely competed, because the box is back from California. And we also got a little look at Deadlift. We will have a look at that in a moment. First of all, though, we need to take a look at the new Chomp, which, oh my god, it's massive. So big, so powerful. This thing looks incredible. It's definitely the best version of Chomp they've made. That's without a doubt. It has... I've heard rumours that when the axe goes over, it still jumps up in the air. Bearing in mind that that's 500 pounds, the heaviest BattleBot we have ever seen, this thing still leaps up in the air. So, that's just incredible. The amount of power, they've not wasted any of that extra weight. And I can't wait to see Chomp compete, and it's something I never thought I would say, but I find myself saying it almost on a daily basis at the minute, because, good lord, it is just brilliant. Just so brilliant. So yes, as I said, Deadlift, which is an electric lifter. It uses a gear to lift up its lifting thing, and it doesn't flip quite like Hydra or Bronco. It's more subtle. It's a subtle lifter more than a obvious flipper. I really like it. It is hench looking. It looks like it's got milled HDPE or UHMW sides and bulkheads and all that. Either that or that's metal, and good lord. Apparently each member of the team can deadlift the robot as well, because they're all hench too. So they can all, just lift it up, pick it up, press it. I don't know what weightlifting is. But yeah, very impressive. And I'm looking forward to seeing this robot in action. I think it looks pretty cool. Very sleek. Bearing in mind this is a first heavyweight build, this looks very nice indeed. Sort of gives me maybe a bit of Bite Force vibes from back in the day, and they sort of won in this sort of setup, so this could do well. Looking forward to seeing Deadlift in the competition. We'll move on to the third part of the Building Dead Metal series on Jamie McCarg's YouTube channel's Kaylee Designs. Do go and check it out. I've still yet to see it. I've not caught up on this series, and I definitely need to, because it's very, very interesting to see how they went about designing this thing. Apparently some of it was CAD'd, some of it you just can't CAD, so yeah, go and check it out. It's a hench build, very, very cool. The team behind it of one person, Jamie McCarg, has spent a lot of time working on it. So yeah, big up him. And he spent time making videos about it as well, just so that you can see what on earth went into building a dead metal. So you could maybe build one yourselves. Who knows? Moving up, I put this little teaser up at the start of the day on the 6th of November when the team started putting pictures up on their Facebook pages of team shots and the like. This is the Malice team led by Bunny, the one with the ears, strangely enough. And yeah, this is one of the new bots for this year, looking very cool. Malice has been pretty much ready for half a year, so yeah, they're all good to go, and I'm looking forward to seeing Malice compete. I'm sure lots of other people are as well. And then it happened, the field was revealed over on battlebots.com. If you've not gone and checked out battlebots.com, go over there, hit the robots button, and the 2020 season is listed alongside all of the other seasons. There's no shortcut to it yet other than that, and the homepage where you can see the bots in a long list. But yes, Son of Waiachi was the example I used, and I'm hoping if I open the comments section up on this, I can scroll down and we can, yes, see the wonderful Son of Waiachi in all of its glory, looking absolutely stunning. Can I zoom in on it? Oh, just a bit. There we go, just for you. The new Son of Waiachi. We didn't know this was coming. I had heard rumours that there were some legends returning. I did not know that Son of Waiachi would be one of them, bearing in mind they said it was retired and that it wouldn't be back this year, alongside Bronco, who is also back this season. We don't know in what form yet. Well, we do know what form, but we don't know how much they are competing. It could be one fight, it could be exhibitions, it could be a full season, we just don't know. But Son of Waiachi is back and going to be competing on TV this year, which is very exciting indeed, as is Bronco. We shall move on to this picture. Now, if you do go over to battlebots.com/robots, you'll be able to see this picture is the one that is advertising the 2020 robots, and it is Kraken versus Black Dragon. It is our first confirmed fight of the 2020 season. Very exciting indeed, and you know that we're about to look into this picture in as much detail as possible. So first things we can notice is the new floor looking very, very flat. Yeah, it looks like it's already taken some hits, and you know, it doesn't look that damaged, to be honest. Black Dragon you can see is being bitten by Kraken. They've gone right up that front wedge, and I don't know if you can see, but there is this sort of black line here that looks as though it's a weapon belt off of Black Dragon. So has Kraken managed to bite through one of the weapon belts? If so, this fight could be very interesting indeed. Obviously Black Dragon is running 2 weapon belts, so perhaps they've got a bit of redundancy and that weapon's going to still be spinning, but Kraken doing the damage. Very impressive indeed. Looking forward to seeing this fight when it does air on Discovery later this year. Moving on, you can see a little self-plug to the field revealed video for this week in Robot Combat. Yes, I go through all of the bots competing in the 2020 season. Each robot has about 20 seconds of me talking about each one. And if you want more information on my thoughts and feelings as to these robots, you need to wait and see the RoboCast when it returns, because we have started recording those field revealed videos as well for the RoboCast YouTube channel and podcasting apps as well, of course. So yes, do make sure you go and listen to them. I'm featuring alongside Sam Elliott, Anderson932, and Steve the American Killjoy. And yeah, very much looking forward to when those videos do come out, because these robots are fantastic. I think there might be one or two I'm not as keen on as the others, but there's nothing that I utterly dislike this season. I think everything is pretty cool, so I'm excited, very excited. For the first time, I think there's every robot has a strong chance of doing well. Yeah, especially Rusty. Moving up, it's no more Spinnahhs, and look at that. awful face. Yes, No More Spinnahhs, we're doing another speed round 3. You can check it out over on the No More Spinnahhs YouTube channel. Please go and consider subscribing. It is a lot of fun, and we enjoy making it, and hopefully you enjoy listening to it. So yeah, No More Spinnahhs, go and check it out. And there are, I will announce here, some Christmas specials on the way that will be coming to the World of Woodrow YouTube channel over December. There's another little sneak peek at Christmas on this channel, which, as you know, we like to big up in a big way. There'll be all sorts of things happening. You'll see like this little weird Christmas jingly thing before the videos begin. I love making them. I feel like a member of the BBC. Moving on, we have a look at the Minibot for Tracer, which is a battlebot that is competing this year. It has these rotating cam lifter spikes that can get underneath other robots and rotate so that the robot is lifted up, like so. You can see there it has lifted that robot off the ground, which is very cool indeed. It's a natty little Minibot, and yeah, I'm excited to see it in action alongside the big Tracer machine. It's very different, and different is always good. Over this weekend, we have had an event over in the US called November Necrosis. This, I believe, was organised by the same university that Mr. Martin Mason of Team Mad Catter is a professor at, and I believe he was one of the people who were organising it. And I'm going to read through this little press release from Tommy Wong over on the Combat Robotics group. It said, "This is Droopy. It's a beetle-weight gyro walker who probably had a rough childhood." Yes, I probably agree with that face. Somehow slapped its way to 3rd place at November Necrosis with nothing but seething teenage angst and big, intimidating and extremely pointy bars that were honestly a terrible regret because I got cut on them every 5 seconds trying to work on the robots. Also, I hope the arena can come back apart. Longer write-up to come, but for now, enjoy these. And there's a couple of videos there of the wonderful Droopy doing amazing things in the arena. Gyro walkers seem to be quite a big theme of the day, as another gyro walker was competing in Kitten Mittens, a link to which is on the Facebook page to go and see that fight over on Instagram. Yes, so Kitten Mittens, this wonderful gyro walker, vertical gyro walker that is, sort of like Rex from BattleBots, does lots of fun things, and just seems to keep outlasting the opponents. It is a wonderful machine, and yeah, that is, I believe, built by the same team who does Deep Six in BattleBots as well, so some pedigree there. We move on to a couple of last posts. Oh look, it's 3 robots that for some reason I forgot to actually talk about in the video for the Field Revealed. I put them in there, there's lovely music playing in the background, and they're just sat there waiting for somebody to say something, and I never do. So I thought I would give you my thoughts on these 3 robots in today's video. First of all, Sub-Zero. This is a new Sub-Zero, and it is an absolute tank. The flipper is really powerful this time. Really powerful. The drive looks solid. The robot just looks amazing. This is the best Sub-Zero they have built, and I'm very excited to see it compete. This could be the new sort of Bronco. I mean, it's a very similar style to Bronco. Perhaps, may I say, Bronco done a bit better. We shall have to wait and see. Oh, little cheeky thing I've said there, and I've done this thing several times now. Secondly, we have Tantrum, New Look Tantrum. Those people who have been following This Week in Robot Combat will know I really like the new Tantrum. And by the way, just rewind a bit. I think I very nearly said This Week in Robot Cam Belt there. So yeah, This Week in Robot Combat loves Tantrum. It loves all of these robots, to be honest. The new Tantrum obviously has that punching device we saw last season with the vertical spinner that can shoot forwards like that, a real jab. They've got 2 different front setups. This picture showing off a armoured front wedge, maybe to deflect the big spinny boys, and they also have the 2 forky look as well. The arms are a Shremek. They can lift up like so to self-right the robot, which I think was needed because last year's Shremek just didn't really work properly. And mounted to those arms are 2 arm-mounted flamethrowers, which, you know, why not? It's just fun, and I love the new Tantrum, and I'm really hoping that this one gets the bite that the team so desperately wanted last season, because this is a new and innovative design that I want to see do well. So fingers crossed for Tantrum this season that they will smack some bots up. Lastly, the big deal. There it is, looking like Warhawk, and for anybody wondering, there's a whole lineage of robots that stem from all over the place, but basically the team Bad Kitty team, who were in BattleBots 2016, they competed years before as well in several different guises, but yes, Bad Kitty competed in 2016. They split off into several different teams, one of which being the Mad Catter team, and another fork of that, like, it's difficult to explain, but there's a guy called Emmanuel and obviously Martin Mason. They both helped on Warhawk, and then a spawn off of Warhawk and Emmanuel has got this new robot, which is the big deal. And another spawn of the Warhawk team this season is Claw Viper. I hope you're following all this because I'm not repeating it ever again. It's on the BattleBots Facebook group several times over. It needs updating, and the wonderful Orion Beach has given me some data to do that with. So at some point when I get a chance, I shall be updating the Who Do You Think You Are of BattleBots. Oh, deep joy. Down the rabbit hole I go again. So yeah, the big deal. It competed at Robot Ruckus last year. It did very well. It is a grab lift type thing. It doesn't have a proper sort of overhead grab bit like Slammo, but it is sort of a... You get stuck on the lifter section and it flips you over. Very cool, very fun to see. There were 2 very similar designs, this and the Krusty Grab, which obviously aren't competing this year, so that's a shame, but hopefully we'll get to see them sometime soon. That's what happens when not many international teams can come over to BattleBots. Yeah, gotta love the big deal. It turned itself into a pickle. It's the funniest sugar honey iced tea I've ever seen. There you go, I managed to stay PG as well. You're welcome. Lastly, I want to talk about these 2 robots because there are some interesting facts over on the BattleBots website about these 2. We'll start with the Black Widow, which some people have been guessing is a walker. It's not. It's a roller. Those are for aesthetics only. What is fun about it is that out the back of the robot, it spins a little web. It's got silly string dispensers, and yeah, it can spin a web, and that's just fun. So this robot has gone up in my books, and I still want to see it die because I'm not a big fan of spiders, but I don't want to see it die quite so quickly. I want to see it spin its little webs. Secondly, Gemini is a very interesting robot this season. I've said in the video that I made that if both of them look like the one on the right, then I'll be a big fan. Well, I sort of already am a big fan. The armour, or the big boy pants as they are calling it, makes the right-hand Gemini a heavyweight, which is just mind-boggling. So one Gemini on its own with the armour on the back is a heavyweight robot. If they take that off, they can use both Geminis as a multi-bot. So that is something a bit different and a bit interesting. Personally, I think I quite like the solo Gemini and the big boy pants. It looks very, very cool, and I'm a big fan of it. So, yeah, sorry, other Gemini, but yeah, it's a no from me. But we shall have to wait and see how it goes. I have potentially made reference to it in the BattleBots bingo. Oh, there goes the hand again for Spinner Proof, which loads of us are a part of this year, and I'm very excited to be a part of it. I played along last year. It was a lot of fun. So do go and check that out when you get the chance and when it's up. It won't be up for a couple of weeks yet, I don't think. So, yeah, look forward to that one. And that is it for the news. We've managed to plough through all of that in record speed. I mean, there wasn't all that much this week, but there's enough to keep us going for another week until BattleBots returns. So that means we get time to look through your wonderful questions and comments from the YouTube chat. The old Deep Joy. You can see my teleprompter. Yes, you can see my teleprompter. If I do this though, you probably can't see it quite as well. It's still there, it's still a bit noticeable, but it's a little bit less on your nose. When is BattleBots episodes gonna come out? December at some point. Not sure when. We shall have to wait and see what happens with that. Hello, Jevon. Hello, Mike. How are you? It's 11 AM for Junior Robotics. Interesting. Sadly, it isn't robot fighting time yet. No, it's not. Mike has breaking news. Do break the news. Deadlift is Oliver's rookie success story prediction for this season. It's interesting. Chomp going to ruin the BattleBox floor. You know, it's probably the robot that probably would. Chomp versus Icewave rematch. That'd be good fun. I want just any fight with Chomp is going to be entertaining, I think, this year. Looks like something SpaceX would design, that deadlift machine. Yeah, probably does, actually. Hijinks looks so much like a combination of Mecha Rampage and PP3D. That's probably the best analogy I've heard for it. Yeah, it's wild, isn't it? We love a bit of hijinks. It does look like 2019 Sub-Zero, but has major improvements, which is going to make it very entertaining, I think. Malice looks like Twisted Sister from the Robo Challenge events. I don't remember what that looks like. I probably should, because I watched some of the Robo Challenge stuff. Jevon really looking at pixels to get more spoilers. Yeah, every single pixel counts. You know it. What else have we got? Bullfrog, no more news. Oh no! I have been spinned. Bullfrog is hibernating in my garage, yes. It will get hopping again hopefully next year, so that will be fun. Beetleweight 13 Black. That is what I thought, but instead of using wheels, it uses the speed of the weapons to move it around, which is just... that is more than I can cope with in my head. Tantrum is very dense, isn't it? It's tiny but never dies. I love it. I love Tantrum. It is awesome. It is an absolute tank. The families of robots just go on and on and on. Checkmate atheists. I like it. Fun. Is it true that Gemini has a set of armour that combines the two into one heavyweight robot? Kind of. I hope I've explained it properly. So the armour on the back of one Gemini makes that one half of Gemini into a heavyweight, so they'll only go in as like one spinner. If they take that back armour off, it's then they can use the two spinners as a multi-bot. That's basically what's happening there. Pain Train team said December 3rd. I've also heard December 5th, so sometime around then maybe we'll get something there. Yes, Mike. I will tell them about Heavy Metal Robotics, which is a new team combining the wonderful Mr. Psycho of Mr. Psycho YouTube channel, and I believe it's your brother, I want to say, but yes, a new robotics team emerges out of YouTube. Aha, we're winning this war. Yeah, and I have today renamed my team finally after thinking long and hard. So I don't know if you're aware of what happened. I was called Team X Robotics, and then Rampage from BattleBots comes along called Team X, and I'm like, oh no, that's my team, never mind. So I have changed my team name because I'm the bigger person, and I'm changing mine to forget anything that happened before. It's Team Retcon, which I think is a very fun name for something that remembers what has gone before. So yes, Team Heavy Metal Robotics, the new team. Go Mike and all of your robots like Hit and Run and Ole and obviously Super Collider. If you manage to get that back up and running to some form, that would be very exciting. It would be nice to see some of the legends take on each other, like Son of Wurchi versus Bronco or something. Yeah, legends matches would be a good laugh, I think. Either what you've suggested or like you take on legend. I don't know. Spitballing ideas. You never know what they might pick up and do, or might have already done. Hey, wink, wink. 13 Black also used the speed of the weapons to move. I mean, it kind of did when it was upside down and spun the weapons to sort of carry on moving around the arena, which I always found a very inventive way of still moving if you're flipped over. You know, they didn't really need the Shrew mech. Yes, it wasn't as effective when upside down, but at the very least it could still move around and still spin on the spot. So, you know, Thwackbot 13 Black. Team Redcon sounds like a pretty sus name for a news source. You know it. The official Pain Train team shot, fresh from BattleBots, and now with 50% more genes. We could not be more excited for the 2020 season to air December 3rd on Discovery Channel. Interesting. That is what the Pain Train team seem to be saying. So, 3rd of December, it may well be. John M. Denny, hello, lovely to see you again. He's getting the robots sorted out. Wonderful. We'd love some ant-freeze. Perhaps socially distant ant-freeze could be a thing. Who knows? And I'll see if I can work out a way of getting there. I mean, at the minute I'm waiting on a driving test, which has once again been cancelled because of lockdown. Rip me. Are you going to build a robot and attend Norwalk? Probably not, because Norwalk Havoc happens in America and I don't live in America. I live in the United Kingdom, but I will continue to support Norwalk Havoc as much as I possibly can. And when you've got such robots as Billy, it makes it very easy to support it. Awesome. Any more for any more? Anybody got any last things to say before I wrap things up for today? Obviously, once again, I'll say my lovely catchphrase, which is you can find all the links to this week's stories over on the Facebook page, a link of which, by the way, is in the description of the video itself. Mr. BK, yes, you are so very late to this. We're wrapping up. Yeah, I am an Atlantic Ocean too far away, sadly. I mean, as it is, I can't get to half the events in this country, let alone my own, let alone other countries. Is that making sense? I'm starting to not make sense. Billy is basically a horizontal spinner huge. I mean, I guess there's been several robots like Billy. We have a robot in the middleweight class over here called Raphael, which is basically that. So yeah, Mike will make an attempt to attend events when the pandemic calms down. There you go. Happy days. That's about all I have to say, and it seems to be everything everybody else to say. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a like. Do subscribe to the channel if you are new. Be sure to check out World of Woodrow over on Facebook for all the links to this week's stories, and check out the Robocast Newsweek for a more in-depth look at the stories you hear in the news. We haven't done one for a few weeks because of other meetings and no news for a few weeks, but we shall soon see BattleBots back on the air when there will be more news. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you very, very soon.